Today we're going to be talking about how to properly set up your camera bag in a variety of ways. So the way you set up your camera bag is going to be different depending on the type of shoot. So if you're going on a hike, you're going to set up the dividers a little bit differently than you would if you're going to a studio shoot. We'll be using the Sunny 16 Voyager camera bag as an example on how to set up those dividers and those different compartments. That being said, there are no hard and fast rules on how to set up your camera bag. Before we jump in, hit that subscribe button, click the little bell so that you're notified of all future videos. Let's jump in. This is basically just one big open space. So what we want to do is add these padded dividers, which are really thick, and it's going to protect all the gear that you put inside your bag. Create different compartments and little nooks for our gear. We've added 2 long dividers in the shape of an L. We want to start putting some of our gear in here, and then we'll start adding some of our smaller dividers. You want to add your camera right here because this layout is ideal if you're using this quick access zipper. There's a lot of space right here, so the next thing I want to do is just get a little bit more snug so that nothing moves. There we go, that is a lot better. And now we've just created an additional compartment right there. The general rule of thumb is you want to keep the heavy items on the bottom. You don't want your heavier items up top because they could potentially topple over. We also have a drone right here. And look, we have an extra compartment right there. So what we're gonna do is add 1 additional compartment right there. And now we have a couple lenses that we can start adding. So let's first create some additional compartments. You can put 1 right there, and let's fit our other one right here. Cool thing is you can actually fit really tall things in here like long lenses. So we have a Sigma 18 to 35. We're gonna toss this right there and it fits perfectly. And then we also have a Blackmagic right here. We're gonna toss this right here. Still have space right here. Sunny 16 filter pouch, which has 5 filters right here. So we're gonna toss this right in here and it fits perfectly. Again, we have a lot of space here, and you can also create another compartment like right here. We actually have too much space at this point. We don't have enough gear to put in here. We have so much space in here, and we have an air blower. And we also have a tablet right here. And we have a 16-inch MacBook that we are just gonna toss in the padded laptop sleeve. So the cool thing is that there's 2 access points in this bag. There's 1 on the side and there's also 1 up top. So if you want to switch from taking photos with this camera to video footage with this camera, you can just unzip it from the top and then you'll have access. And this thing can close perfectly. That is kind of the ideal 2 camera body setup with a laptop. You also have some additional space in here, and not to mention the front of the bag. The gimbal setup. So in this case, I want to put the gimbal in. We could easily just fit it right here. And what I'd recommend is kind of moving it up a little higher and then put a divider in here just to prevent it from moving too much. There you go. So that's pretty snug. And you can see we have our gimbal set up here, and we still have a lot of space. We can add another divider. There's a whole lot of space in here, so you can really put whatever you'd like. And in this case, we can also put our camera right there. Air blower, and another filter case. One thing to keep in mind is you can actually put items on the bottom of this. So whether you have a jacket or something additional, that will then elevate the gimbal to be even more snug. So the cool thing is this can also be the ideal setup if you're going for a hike. The only change I would make is obviously remove the gimbal unless you need it. You can remove some of these dividers so that you have even more space. And then now you have this big open area right here for any of your hiking essentials. If you have your lunchbox or a spare jacket or anything additional you need, you have this nice big cavity here, while you also have some space for your lenses and your camera. If you want to create even more space, bend this even further. You can fold it like this. So in terms of your hiking setup, you can easily create something like this where you have a nice big open area for anything additional that you need, but you still have your camera and at least 2 lenses. No hard and fast rule for any of these. That's kind of the setup for whether you're going hiking.